Heresy, friends! We've got a fanatic here. Welcome back to the Stygian estate, by the way. An excommunicated madman has responded to the growing infestation in kind. Fueled by conviction he is merciless and plies his trade with extreme prejudice, the fanatic will stalk parties with infected heroes. Ugh, I've heard about this dude, this fanatic dude. I've heard that he is going to be a big problem in the Crimson Court, but I don't really know what's up because I've been keeping myself spoiler free, so let's get on with it, I guess. Let's figure out where we want to go. And if we take a dude with the Crimson Curse, then perhaps things will go very wrong or very right for us. We just don't know. What do we want to do? Do you want to kill the Prophet? Remember, this is still a Bloodmoon run. We are trying to make some progress here towards actually beating the game. Maybe we want to kill the Brigand 8-pounder. The deeds and crests are really useful. Dark Tambourine, I mean, I don't use the Jester that much, but it could be useful. Candle of Life is fairly poor, honestly. And I'd rather have deeds than busts. Alright, I think we're going to kill the Brigand 8-pounder. Sort by level. Obviously, we don't want these guys. We can't go to the Crimson Court, can we? We can't go to the Crimson Court, I don't think. It says entry to the courtyard requires an invitation. We don't have an invitation, right? Looks like we can't do that. We'll be able to do that at a later date. For now, let's kill the Brigand 8-pounder. So, we want 2 solid ranged attackers, which is kind of a problem. Not really a problem. I think we actually want to take Vecchi. I think that's a thing that we definitely want to do. Sakovi, or an Abomination in general, is not a bad idea. And I do want a Vestal healer. We'll take Herbert. We will take Crevecoeur. Margus has Spasm of the Entrails and the Ague. The Ague is really bad. I will be going to the Sanitarium after this. Maybe give him a little bit of relief from the spasming of his entrails and the Ague, whatever the Ague is. We need 1 more range DPS. I don't know if a Plague Doctor's going to cut it. Maybe we take Margus. Maybe we take 2 Highwaymen. Don't really want point-blank shots. Now, you know what? I'll take point-blank shot with one of them. Maybe I could take point-blank shot with both of them, but then I wouldn't need a Flagellant in rank 3. Oh, you know what? That's actually not the worst idea anyone's ever had, but we don't have another solid range DPS. And, you know, not solid in the way that a Highwayman is a solid range DPS, so we'll take point-blank shot with you. You can have Wicked Slice instead. I will also give you Pistol Shot. Duelist Advance is also really good. Although I don't really want you to advance past the Flagellant. That's okay. I think that's totally fine. Yeah, so you have Wicked Slice, Pistol Shot, Open Vein. I am worried that our range DPS is not going to be strong enough to reliably take out the Matchman. Because he does often appear at the back of the group, maybe even always at the back of the group. To be fair, we have Reign of Sorrows as well. I think we're going to be fine. And we'll stick with these skills for the moment. Yeah, okay. We'll stick with these skills for the moment. For now, let's check the guild, and actually, let's see if we can upgrade the guild. We can definitely upgrade the guild a little bit there. I don't really care about rank 3 yet.
To master the brutal arithmetic of combat.
And we will upgrade the furnace as well. Rank 3 again is not particularly huge.
Every plan relies upon a strong arm and tempered steel.
I do really want the what am I even trying to say? I've lost my train of thought, man. I've been at work all day. You know how it do. Man, I completely lost that. Oh yeah, I will run rank 3 eventually. Because of the new Crimson Courts quest that we've got available that we may be able to do in the near future. Obviously, I'll want my veteran dudes all fitted up for that. Right, so... Oh no, Sanitarium. Sanitarium, that is how we spell it. Murtbird. I don't really care about Spasm of the Entrails. Strivelin. Rabies is absolutely fine. Shandos has Tetanus, which is bad, but we had a someone else who was diseased. Oh no, it was Margus, of course. Oh. We don't have another Houndmaster, or Highwayman though, and our Houndmaster is really stressed out. Alright, we're gonna take him regardless, even though the ague is really bad. And Shandos, yeah, we're gonna get rid of Shandos's tetanus. Warning! Current contagion level in this facility, none. Alright. That's cool. That's a nice mechanic if they've made people give each other diseases in the Sanitarium thanks to the Crimson Curse. That's pretty sweet. What else do we want to do? Stagecoach, I'm not too bothered, although maybe a ranged DPS could be useful. I don't think so, no. Nomad Wagon. Minus 25% stress if has Crimson Curse. That's okay. Tome of Holy Healing. Oh. We don't have a healing trinket. Do you want to sell some trinkets to be able to afford that? I mean, maybe not. We could actually sell this for 7,500 gold, which I'm not going to do at all. Maybe ever. Yeah. Man, I think I do want the Tome of Holy Healing. I think we can afford to get rid of some of these trash trinkets for it. I'm going to keep the Dazzling Charm, maybe keep the Bloodied Fetish as well. Lose the Reckless Charm. I think that's fine, yeah. I actually think that's probably a good idea. Honestly, we were never going to use those trinkets. I so rarely buy anything from the Nomad Wagon. Let's see if we can reduce its cost a little bit first. I'll spend that many crests.
Trinkets gathered from forbidden places.
Because the healing is so useful. I don't have a healing trinket at the moment, so I as big a decision as it is, I really think it's worth it, right? We really want him to have range skills. No, we want him to have range skills. We got 2 Highwaymen, so we can sort of spread these trinkets out a little bit. His speed is important. But maybe some protection might be in order? Yeah, I'm thinking the protection might be better here because realistically 5% protection dampens all damage by 1, so that's actually huge. We're not going torchless. Much as I'd maybe like to go torchless, I feel like we just really need to get this boss kill. We're not... So the Dark Bracer and the Dark Crown are basically useless. We don't have a stunner. I don't think we need a stunner in this particular fight, because we have 3 huge DPSs and stun's not hugely useful on this boss, so I'm gonna give him speed. The Matchman has a speed of like minus 20, so basically everyone's gonna go before the Matchman every single time. We don't want to give him stress relief. We will give you stress relief. I mean, we'll also give you the Tome of Holy Healing. TOHH. What's our HP gone down by? 6. Alright. It's okay. It's a big hit, but it's not too terrible. We'll give you the Speed Stone. And I guess we'll give you the Bloodied Fetish. It doesn't really do anything, right? Give you the Stun Amulet. Make you more resistant to stuns. Nah, that's garbage. We'll give you the Bloodied Fetish. And we'll be on our merry way. Alright. We may find the Fanatic here. The Fanatic may come for us, so to speak. So, I feel like maybe we should be a little bit more cautious than we might otherwise. So I'm going to take 2 stacks of food. I'm going to take 8 torches. It's a boss mission, so it's a little bit shorter on average than most. We'll take 4 shovels because it's the wield, 3 anti-venom, 1 of each of everything else. And we'll take a laudanum in case we figure out what it does. And we'll head off. 5,000 gold left.
Folk are by their nature loquacious, and the denizens of the hamlet were no exception. It was not long before rumors of my morbid genius and secretive excavations began to fuel local legend. In the face of my increasingly egregious flaunting of public taboos, awe turned to ire, and demonstrations were held in the town square.
Demonstrations, my word, you poor
The smell
man.
of sulfur and gunpowder hangs in the air. The
Ugh.
war machine is close.
So when I said this was going to be a shorter mission, I was kind of hoping for maybe a little bit more tight-knit of a dungeon layout. But that's okay, we're going to be fine. This is a weird party setup. I will grant you that straight up. Highwayman, Flagellant, Highwayman, Vestal. It's not the most ridiculous setup I've seen, but it's pretty close. This is an annoying fight. This is a long slugfest of a fight. Do we want a Reign of Sorrows and just get some bleed on these guys, or would we like to punish this one? Get him killed? Do we have point blank shot? We do have point blank shot. I actually have a feeling that we... No, we did get rid of point blank shot on this guy. Okay. So, I think I want to punish you. Then point blank shot is pretty much guaranteed to kill it. To be honest, we don't even need point blank shot to kill it at that point. Eh. In that case, we'll Dazzling Lights. And we might be able to kill this before it gets a turn. We've got 2 full turns now to do that. Well, a turn and a half, I suppose.
Clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
We could Wicked Slice. I think that's fine. Yeah, we can Wicked Slice that. Hopefully we can kill ranks 1 and 2 before they get a chance to move now. Do I want to Wicked Slice you? Yes, because if we don't kill it, which is reasonably likely, it'll bleed out, won't leave a corpse, we can point blank shot this next turn. Okay, well, you know, it was a nice idea in theory. Wasn't too much of a gamble because, you know, ultimately we did kill it, so... Gotta say, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, I feel like maybe I did, but I really like that the Flagellant's defending animation when an enemy hits him is just baring his chest and taking it. It's like, it's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. We can Duelist Advance, but I'd rather Pistol Shot. We need to hit it for 7 then. We got more of a chance of doing that now. Unless... What's it bleeding for? 2. Okay, so we need to hit it for 5. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I said it's fine. Don't worry about it. So I guess our Vestal should be able to Judgment it. No one really needs healing. Oh, well, I guess we Wicked Slice then. That's okay.
Give them no quarter.
In that case, I think I will stun you. Seems very reasonable. And we'll try and kill rank 4. It's going to be a little bit tough, though. Get some bleed on. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. And we can Judgment you because you're the one who needs healing the most. Oh, 3 is such a low roll, but we did get the crit on the heal. We can Pistol Shot. Yeah, we can't Pistol Shot with rank 1, unfortunately. I was just double checking. We could Duelist Advance. What are our chances of killing it? Extremely low. Does the same damage as Pistol Shot. Yeah, it should do the same damage as Pistol Shot. We'll just Pistol Shot. If we got a crit there, and Pistol Shot does have a crit modifier, that would have been a lot better, right? You want a point blank shot here just to pull him back into rank 2. Should maybe be using Pistol Shot, maybe a little bit more.
Reeling, about to break.
Thanks, man. A little bit more generously than we are now, you know. All right, well, we can punish you. Need to hit you for 5. As long as the bleed doesn't go on. If the bleed goes on, yep, he's dead. He is a dead boy. We can stun you, maybe? Hey, I just met you.
Gently.
Oh.
This is how a life is taken.
You know, I was saying maybe the last episode, maybe the episode before,
A faint hope blossoms.
that I have, and I don't like the term, like, guilty pleasure when it comes to music. I'm a big fan of, you know, like what you like. But sometimes people do give me a little bit of a sidelong glance when secret room. When I make references to, like, 2015 era pop music. And it's because, you know, as I mentioned before, it's because I used to share a car with someone who really liked that kind of stuff. Call Me Maybe is not a result of that. Call Me Maybe is just because it's a fucking great song. And if you don't think so, then you're no friend of mine. Is this a bandage? Yes? Yes! You know, as they say, your friends can dance, and if they don't dance, they're no friends of mine. That's the golden rule. Alright, this looks like a much bigger problem than I actually think it's going to be. I think we have to just duelist advance and just try and hit these guys. I'm not worried at all about the slimes, of course. Does mean the flagellants in the... Yeah, he actually can't do anything from rank 3. That was a little bit of an oversight. I'm actually going to move him forward because we don't want point-blank shot. We want the... Oh, nice. We want pistol shot or something. Maybe get a lucky crit on. Alright, well that was okay. Only one of them's alive. That's not too bad. This party does not particularly mind being moved around because the Highwaymen are quite versatile. You can cytokinese all you like, buddy. We're going to Rain of Sorrows, and that's the end of it. Alright, one pistol shot now should do it. Yeah!
Destroy them all.
No one needs much healing, but almost everyone needs a little bit. We're going to Divine Comfort. Keep everyone topped off. Everyone's at full now, right? Yeah, everyone's at full. Sweet. Oh, that miss! That 10% base miss chance. Okay, good riposte. I'll take it. Also, I looked it up. Turns out it is pronounced riposte. Who knew? I fucking did. I did. It's okay, I'm mostly joking. But I did feel a little bit vindicated when I pressed that little 1999 era speaker icon and the nice lady said, riposte. I was like, yes! I knew it! I was right on the internet. Vindication at last. We can't really do anything from here because he's been moved back. I said this was a versatile party and I stand by that to some extent, but it's not as shuffle friendly as, say, I don't know, 4 Houndmasters.
Unforgiving.
Well, it's dead now anyway. We're basically pretty healthy except the one guy who doesn't want to be. And more blood, that's great.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
And there's the secret room. I did buy a key, didn't I? Yeah, okay. I have been keeping up a little bit with the patch notes. And depending on, they've been releasing patches, even just, little hotfixes every, not necessarily hotfixes, you know what I mean. They've been releasing patch notes and that was terrible.
Can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
Every couple of days in balancing things and fixing things, which is really nice to see. Ooh, that is better than it used to be. All right, we'll get rid of the herbs. Right. So yeah, they've been tweaking things like anti-venom, right? They've been tweaking things like how easy it is to get the blood and stuff like that. So it's good to see that they're keeping on top of that, I think, because I'm not really far enough into the game to have much of an opinion on it. I dropped the herbs. To have much of an opinion on it myself, but I know that's something some people have been complaining about. I like I say, I don't know whether that's just or unjust complaining. I imagine there's always going to be a little bit of both in pretty much every game. I give up on the laudanum, man. I'll carry on taking it, but my word, I have no idea what it does. And if possible, like, don't tell me in the comments, because I mean, I really like finding this stuff out by myself, and I appreciate that it can be. Wait.
The flow of otherworldly corruption.
I appreciate maybe it can be frustrating watching a Let's Play where the player lunch.
Malformed with misintent.
Lunch. I'm trying to have a conversation here, buddy. No, I appreciate it can be frustrating having watching a Let's Play with someone who just doesn't know what they're doing. I try not to be that guy. I make some silly mistakes, don't we all? But generally, I think I'm okay at this game. That said, we'll read the journal page. Sebastian's watch was his last. We were jolted during Even's repast, the best we could make in these murky halls of our once great house, from the roaring flash of black powder. We dropped our bowls and hurried to him. All we could find was a spent pistol and a trail of blood leading into the maze of shadows. We press on. Alright. What do I want to drop for this? Probably the anti-venom, right? We'll be camping in a minute anyway. So, for the 7th time, it can be frustrating watching someone who doesn't know what they're doing in a Let's Play and just stumbles around blindly, but I think that because I know kind of roughly what I'm doing in the rest of the game, I think it's okay for the most part. And also I think that part of the appeal of this series, assuming there is an appeal of this series in 2017, no. I think some of the appeal of this series, I think some of the reason that people watch this series is because they enjoy watching me, and they enjoy watching people in general find stuff out about a game that they love, right? Like, you watch Darkest Dungeon Let's Plays because you like Darkest Dungeon, and it's kind of satisfying to, I don't really know what to do here. Kind of satisfying, oh wow, that's good and bad. Kind of satisfying to watch other people find out stuff about it that you already know. I get that, I do get that. Like, I watch my own share of Let's Plays, and I generally watch Let's Plays of people who, you know, are new to a game that I'm very familiar with. So, so I think that is part of the appeal of the series, and I think that's why...
Push on to the task's end.
I'm just gonna get rid of the holy water here. I think that's why I was so excited to make this series, is because, yeah, I wanted to be the guy that people could watch and, you know, watch me learn about the Darkest Dungeon or learn about Crimson Court, right? And I think that's, you know, I think it's a big part of Let's Play culture in general. Like, there's a big group of people who just want to watch someone be amazing at a game, and that's valid, and I can totally get on board with that as well. But I think there's also a huge amount of people who just want to watch people enjoy and love a game, right? I think that's, and I think those type of channels tend to have better communities, right? I think that people watch those because they enjoy the person behind the content as well as just watching the gameplay itself. And I could be way off base there, like, but I mean, that's why I watch Let's Plays, and I think that's probably why people watch my channel, because let's be honest, you're not watching it for the incredible gameplay, right? It's like, it's okay, it's pretty good. I generally win more dungeons than I lose. What are you doing, buddy? Anyway, sorry, I kind of went off on a massive tangent there, on something that probably doesn't interest very many of you. but what can I say, man? It's important to me. Let's Playing culture in general. It's a big part of my life, obviously, and it's something I enjoy talking about. Right, we want to heal Dismas here. This Tome of Holy Healing is doing so much work here, by the way. Because my Flagellant wants to be on low health. Now, I don't want to keep him on low health forever, but I do want to keep him on low health at least until the boss fight. We can heal him in the boss fight if need be. But the way I look at it, if everyone else is on high health, I always have the option of healing the Flagellant if I want to. I am never like, oh, I could heal the Flagellant, but Dismas and Dismas both need it more, you know? I've always got that option there every time it's the Vestal's turn. Unless she's got to kill the Matchman, but I don't think that's going to happen. At least I certainly hope it doesn't. And I will stun you? Yeah, we'll stun you. Oh man, I love it when the torch comes back on. Just a 6. Alright, it's straight up dead now. Okay, 6 HP. We can heal... I think we'll Divine Comfort. Because I think a little bit of healing on the Flagellant is actually fine, right? I don't think we're going to lose this fight. Even with, you know, whether the Flagellant's at high health and we play it safe, or he's at low health and we have more throughput. I think we're going to be fine either way.
Victory. But a victory nonetheless. I
want all of these things, but I also want the gold, because we did spend a lot of gold on that trinket, which is maybe a little bit of a mistake. I don't necessarily want to say it was a mistake, but maybe it was an indulgence, you know? I think we're going to go torchless, but I think we're going to crank the torch on first and just get rid of one.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Obviously, I want to keep the blood. Do I want to keep the spades? Yeah, I think so. We have a lot of gold, but every gold stack in our inventory is worth a lot of money. I think maybe we get rid of 4 crests and take 2 deeds. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, I do think that's fine. And we'll camp here. We'll eat for 8.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself
Yes.
against the coming horrors.
Bandit sense. Bandit sense is so good, man. Clean guns is also pretty good, and we are going to be using range skills pretty extensively. What else have we got? He's not diseased, right? Well, I mean, he has the Crimson Curse, but I figure that's not going to work. I'm not going to try it because my strategy is just going to be clean guns. And we're just going to wreck the matchman with ranged attacks. I think that's all we can really aspire to do right now. So we can aspire to do... We don't need the keys. We can take a jade. These dark caves drip with an overabundance of humidity beyond my threshold of comfort. I nearly broke my ankle on the rocks made slick with some ubiquitous slime. Pools stir and slosh with no visible cause, and the shadows beyond torchlight seem to grow and shrink of their own accord. See, we've seen that again. I went off on this tangent in the last episode, or maybe an episode some time ago, I don't remember. But I do wish that the same journal page wouldn't show up again, even if you had to get rid of it, because I mean, realistically, what am I going to drop here for the journal page? Maybe 4 food you can make the claim for? But I feel like I shouldn't have to, right? Lore is such a big part of Darkest Dungeon, but it's a game where the gameplay follows the theme, right? The creators of Darkest Dungeon had a vision of what they wanted the game to be, and they just worked towards that vision. And sometimes the gameplay can suffer as a result of that vision. But that's quite rare, to be honest. Generally, they've struck a good balance. But I think they've built the game around the theme more than they've built the theme into the game, if that makes any sense at all. And I think that's part of why it's successful. But I feel that in a game like that, you want to have that lore accessible. Once you've seen it, you don't want to be picking it up again, right? Maybe I'm just being a little bitch about it, but I don't think I'm the only person who feels that way. We could Judgment with our Vestal, and I think we will. We need to get the damage on. We'll just kill this. Yeah, it's fine. We need to get the damage on. And the Tome of Holy Healing will make sure that she is actually, like, maybe not topped off, but doing pretty well. An Open Vein from Wicked Slice. Oh, I actually don't know which is better. I do. Open Vein is almost strictly better, right? Almost, but not quite. All right. Sure thing. No worries. Well, we can Judgment you. That's okay. 4 for 4. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, well, we have to Judgment, I think. Heal for 4 is not great. How did she get so bleedy? I don't understand. Huh. I guess I just didn't notice the bleed stacking up. That could be pretty nasty. It might not actually be 4 for 4. It might end up being like 4 for 2 and then 2 for 2. Either way, it's pretty bad. Want to get rid of anything? Yeah.
Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Cool. We do have a key. Yeah, of course, we picked up a random key for no reason at all. I'll take the portraits. I can't take the portraits. I wish I could take the portraits, but I can't take the portraits. Unless there's scouting here, so I know I haven't got an obstacle, but there is not. I don't want to drop Barristan's head. Oh, it actually sucks. We'll drop 4 crests then, I suppose. It's definitely worth dropping 4 crests. I just wish I didn't have to. But you know, there we are, man. There we are. There we have it, and there it will stay. Turns out we didn't have an obstacle. Shit happens. Hindsight's 20/20, right? Let's find the boss. Ha. I actually don't want my Highwayman in the front line. I need to be able to kill the matchman, and for that I need him to have more available than just pitch black or pitch black shot, point blank shot. Well, Rain of Sorrows. Yeah, it's going to be like 1 attack per turn onto the cannon itself. Alright, maybe 2 attacks. Good D, good D. 10 out of 10. That's not too bad. Yeah, her bleed wasn't as severe as it looked. We can attack the cannon here. Get some healing onto herself. It has got 70% protection, which means maybe I should have brought... Maybe, my Houndmaster was stressed out, right? My Houndmaster was super stressed out, but maybe it would have been worth taking the Houndmaster just for the mark. Because pistol shot obviously is great for the mark as well. Maybe I should have taken him instead of the... Maybe instead of the flagellants, actually. We can murder him. We can maybe murder him with a flagellant, right? Not quite. It's okay. So the flagellant should probably have attacked the cannon itself. Yeah, that would have been better. Wouldn't have done a huge amount of damage, but it would have been a lot better than nothing. You know what? I'm going to be generous. I'm going to give him the blood. Get him some combat buffs. Yeah, he, heard you like Matchman. Rank 3 is not dead. I will be punishing this cannon. Get punished, son. Oh, 9. Not quite good enough. But that's okay. That was a damn good effort. Dismas, we need you, buddy. Oh, that crit alone would have done it. Do we want... Do you want the riposte? No, oh, the riposte, right? It doesn't matter. We don't really care about anything but the cannon. The cannon's never going to attack us directly unless we seriously fuck up. I mean, it's not out of the question, but we can't necessarily plan for it right now. So I think the Vestal and the Flagellant are going to attack this, and hopefully that should kill the Matchman. Maybe. Need to do 7 with Judgment. I mean, it's very possible. Oh, that sucks. It's okay. We can't Grape Shot Blast. Yeah, we are not doing very much damage to it, but I'm a little bit worried about the later about the later fights. Okay, this is fine, yeah. We can punish him. Oh man, he's just one off dying. Oh no, it does 4 bleed, of course, alright. Well, that's pretty good. So now 3 of us can attack the cannon. Judgment's good because she needs healing the most. I've been through this a couple of times, but just want to clarify that I'm not neglecting healing so much as being efficient with it, hopefully. Okay, so we did 8 damage to the cannon that turn. It's pretty good. I think we are going to have to start using our healer as a, or our Vestal as a dedicated healer, though. So we've got 2 highwaymen. If one of them misses, we could be in real trouble. I think we really, really need to play it safe here. And remember, there's always a 10% chance to miss no matter what, unless you have Fated, which I don't think any of our dudes have, right? No. They got some decent quirks, though, don't get me wrong. Alright, so rank 4 is dead. That's the important one, obviously. And we will be Divine Comforting here. The minimum it can heal is 2 on everyone. So that's obviously amazing. And that's a direct result of the fact that she's got that, the Tome of Holy Healing. It says 1 to 3 is the range, but that for some reason doesn't count the forced rounding from the way percentage buffs work in Darkest Dungeon. I don't know why it doesn't count that, but it doesn't count that. Alright, I was going to give him the blood, right? I was going to give him the blood. Alright, well, I'll give him the blood. He can have the blood. Oh, nice crit. Bit of stress relief, yeah, 11 stress relief. Yeah, Will Divine Comfort. I think that's just going to be her job from now on. And we'll just whittle them down, right? Now, the Flagellant can do some cool shit now that he's on low health. And that's pretty sweet. Also, it's worth remembering the cannon has a speed of 0. I was gonna give you the blood. Oh, you fucked it for yourself. Oh, 4 is amazing. The cannon has a speed of 0. One of my Houndmasters has a speed of Highwayman rather has a speed of 1, which means that it's actually going to be basically like almost the same. So the cannon will get to go before my second Houndmaster Highwayman a lot of the time. That means I need to be really careful with killing the Matchman. We've actually been quite lucky so far. Okay, actually do something now though, please, buddy. I'm sorry? I killed the wrong one? I killed the wrong one. I killed the wrong one. I need to go to bed, man. I need to go to bed. I've done very poorly. We can exsanguinate. We can't exsanguinate this. So there's actually not much point in doing that. We can redeem you. Get some health back on. That was terrible, but luckily most of my guys dodged it, but that was not something we should have been doing there. That was just incompetence. That was just dumb. I hope I don't lose this fight now because of that. Because losing one fight in Stygian can mean losing the entire run, and that is not something that I want to happen to me right now. I mean, you do have to make several mistakes over the course of a run, but that's definitely a big one. We can't exsanguinate you. I mean, we can, but there's so little point. Wow, it doesn't have a turn limit per battle. You can just do it as much as you want. I guess we will then. I mean, as long as the Flagellant's below 50% HP, of course. It does debuff him. That's okay. A lot of his damage comes from bleed anyway, right? He's starting to get stressed out. Oh, you know what? It's not the cannon speed that matters, it's the Matchman speed. That makes a lot of sense. That's okay. So we actually didn't get lucky. We were never in any danger from anything except our own incompetence. Seems familiar. Right. I do want to heal you. I think that's important.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
8. Well, our Flagellant can kill it then. That's okay. And then our second Highwayman can get a nice hit in on the cannon. The cannon is nearly dead. We're, you know, almost 3/4 of the way through its HP. Functionally, we're a little bit more than that through the fight. Because on the last turn, we don't have to worry about the Matchman. We can just kill the cannon. We're not there yet, though. 7. Well, our Flagellant hopefully can kill it again. Do you want a Judgment? No, we need to heal Dismas. It's so important not to lose anyone. That is not a problem for me. Do you want to rely on our Flagellant? I think we have to. Yeah, I do. I think we have to an extent. Did he just pass? No, he didn't. We're going to give you the blood, buddy. Alright, maybe it was a waste to give him the blood there, but I feel like we were really having a bad time out with the Crimson Curse there, so I think it's fine too. Yeah, I think it's fine. We can Judgment you now. One Highwayman should kill it, which means we get 2 full attacks in on the cannon. Obviously, that's wonderful. 10 damage. Couple of debuffs, not a problem. 2. Not really what we're looking for there, buddy. I suppose I did debuff him. Oh no, that debuff is different, okay. The damage debuff wore off, alright.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Okay, so Wicked Slice, 4. Now we could actually just kill it this turn. And I think we will try to. At the slight risk of losing utterly. Exsanguinate I don't think is actually particularly important here. I think it's more important to punish, even though, yeah, because the bleed is stronger on Exsanguinate, as you may have guessed by the name. But the accuracy and crit is better on, oh nice, it's better on punish. So I think we have just won this fight. It was a hard-fought battle. And to be fair, it's not over yet. Oh no, it's so not over yet. Okay. Oh, he's on 1 HP. He's on 1 HP.
A hand's breadth from becoming on.
Oh, I really thought we could do it. He's gonna be fine. He's rapturous, but he might get blown up. Please whiff on it. Please whiff on it. Oh, he didn't whiff on it. Oh no, we died. Oh no! I got so cocky. Oh dear. Oh, Vecchi, our first flagellant. What a beautiful man you were. Oh, Herbert, my friend. You need a lesson in judging cannons, my friend.
Is once again a symbol of strength.
We don't care about the matchman. We'll just kill you. Oh dear. Am I proud of how that went? I am not proud of how that went. I am not even 1 proud of how that went. We're still nowhere near the hero death limit, which is a good thing. And I do think that the later dungeons are actually often easier than the earlier ones, but that was not what we wanted to happen. We won, but at what cost, you know?
So clearly in view.
Yeah.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
That bleed charm has been redesigned, right? I do want all of these, I think. Except I definitely don't. I think I would rather have the Drifter's Buckle. Yeah, alright. Sure, no worries. I don't know why I hit continue there. Let's head back to town. 20,000 gold. 30 odd heirlooms. Alright, alright. Okay. We lost Vecchi, but we got an Unholy Hater and Quick Reflexes, both of which are very, very good. Ugh. Thought I could do it, man. Thought I could do it.
I can still see their angry faces as they stormed the manor. But I was dead before they found me. And the letter was on its way.
Okay, so we got some Crimson Curses. We're on week 15. We're 15% of the way through. What's our graveyard looking like? 3 out of 16 deaths. That's not too bad. It's certainly not ideal. But it's recoverable. It's recoverable. And I think we're going to be fine. Thank you guys very much for watching this train wreck of an episode. I will see you next time.